Hello and welcome. In this video I will talk about BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K and 6K and how to use them inside ACES and Davinci Resolve. And I have the color management here set to ACES, CC and everything as usual. So the issue that we have with the BlackMagic RAW, we don't need to do any IDT. That's been, I think, since last update or the update before, they just removed the input, ACES input device, which was here. That's because the ACES works directly with the RAW SDK, and the RAW SDK is feeding the ACES what they needed without any IDT needed. I don't know if there's an IDT inside. For sure, there is a kind of IDT, but I think it's different and works different than the other kind of files, like let's say the ProRes, which is out of the camera directly, and 422 high quality. Here we see there is an ACES input transform. So what is the problem? The problem is that there is no generation 4 for BlackMagic, which it is the BlackMagic Pocket Cinema camera works with, the 4K and the 6K. So whatever an input I will use here, it will be always different than the RAW formats. For instance, here you can see that there is a big difference in colors, in luma, everything. And whatever input I will use here inside the ACES, it will not match the RAW file. So how could we deal with this? Maybe we can export IDT, import an IDT from BlackMagic or something. The problem is there is no official IDT from BlackMagic about this issue. I contacted already BlackMagic itself and they say they are working on something. Why is it a problem? It's a problem for me because sometimes I have footage with QuickTime and sometimes footage with RAW, and I want to have a kind of solution to work with all of them in one color space. And I love ACES because ACES helps me also if I am in the middle of the project and I have a different camera, let's say ARRI or RED, and then I just want to use them all and I don't want to do the basic corrections to match the cameras. ACES will help me to do that. So till that we are working with RAW, it's not an issue. With the QuickTime is the issue. So what I found, the solution to match the camera as much as possible. Maybe there is some difference because of QuickTime and RAW file, because the camera is doing denoising and many other stuff. For example, the ITTs, there is a different IDTs for different color temperature and different ISO. So the first thing I will do is I will stay inside ACES. I will not go outside ACES. I will not go to RGB or because this I asked about inside ACES Central. It's really great community. Go there. I will put the link in the description and you can go there and learn a lot about ACES. And there is a lot of cool people who are answering directly whatever question you have. First of all, I will do no input transform. So I just wanted to have the data without any IDT so that the file is going directly to ACES. So my approach is, first of all, I need to change the color space from ACES CC or CCT to ACES linear, which it is the core ACES, the AB0 of the core of the whole ACES work. I will just select the ACES CC or CCT if I had it in the setting and then go into ACES. The second step will be a color space transform. Color space transform is redoing what the IDT usually do, is changing from color space to another and changing from a gamma to another. Because in ACES we don't have the input color space and gamma of the BlackMagic 4K, so I will change it to a color space that the ACES knows and can deal with and has an IT for it. So I will go from BlackMagic 4K, the same here, 4K or 6K if you have a 6K, and go to something known like the ARRI Alexa, let's say. The third node will be ACES transform, which it will transform the Alexa to ACES. And then afterwards I will do another node from ACES to ACES CC or CCT if it is inside. There is no much different, not in the color, not in the brightness. Is there a difference? Yes, there is a difference. Is it matching? For me, for my eye, for my monitor, it's matching. And it is a good starting point. For me, I will do all of that as a compound node, and this I will just leave it in the beginning and I will work here. Other thing I wanted to tell is that if you don't want to work on ACES, linear color space, you can just leave that node and walk directly from here to ACES CC. This will do also the same. Will do the same work for you. But usually I like to have an also on different ACES node because sometimes I want to do some operations inside a linear color space. This is my way how to deal with the ACES. This is how I can work with the QuickTime. With a B-roll, I don't really care about it that much because it is really doing well without any IDTs, and my colors, if I put my color chart beside the monitor, they are really similar and there is no big issues for me. So for now I will work with this method till I have an IDT from BlackMagic itself. Maybe this is a good idea just to stay working in ACES, not go out of ACES and doing some YRGB and color management, because that will have to do a lot of redo if you have one day the IDT. For me, if I have the IDT one day, then I just will disable all of that and just go to the clip and just edit the IDT if it will be available, and afterwards all the color corrections I made, I don't need to redo them because they are in ACES. So there is, and also anything outside behind will happen there, it is in floating point, so I am not losing any qualities, I am not losing any colors or in any color spaces or any issues with the gamma, because I am doing that, because I am not affecting the pixels itself. It's all mathematical tasks and solutions, so there is no problem with the quality. In the end, I want to thank ACES Central for their support, and especially Nick Show, who has great answers and infos in there. Go check them out. And please leave a comment if my approach is wrong and should be better dealt with, as I am waiting for BlackMagic for them IDT. Thank you for watching and stay safe.